my name's Matt, and it's my mission to help you live a more loving, purposeful and fulfilled life. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that through something called radical self-love. Okay, by the end of this video, you'll be able to take away what I've said to you, implement it into your life and get a lot out of it. So, what is radical self-love? What does it look like? Okay, so radical self-love is the acknowledgement that the world outside is a reflection of you. Okay, now this can spark all sorts of controversy, and the limited mind jumps on it and thinks, oh, I created everything, all these I's and all these concepts around this. Just let that go for a minute, just put that there. You can think about that later, but just listen into this, okay? So it's been through my direct experience, my direct experimentation of these concepts that I've come to the conclusion that I'm sharing with you now, okay? So in life, we tend to have expectations of relationships and experiences that we're having, and we kind of, you know, we overlay it with how we think we should act, and what I'm actually saying is that overlaying of how we think we should act is actually creating the experiences that we experience after we've had those actions. So here's an example. So let's say you do something that you love. However, for some reason in your world, it doesn't seem to sit well with some people in your world. Okay. Now, what this will end up doing is you will end up neglecting this thing you love to please other people. Now, by doing this, what actually happens is we deregulate our love for ourselves, and then that love, which we don't have because we haven't grown it within ourselves, we haven't given space and time for that to flourish, that isn't reflected back to us. Okay, so there's another concept here, which is it's a Neville Goddard concept, which is everyone is you pushed out. Okay, so just there's so many ways of seeing this, but in my own journey, the way I've seen this is just think about how you feel. Okay, think about your actual feelings towards yourself, your self-image. Okay, now when you don't have a very good self-image, what happens is that we don't actually tend to get the relationship experiences that we're looking for with people, because what we're actually outputting around us, the way we make decisions, the way we talk to people, the way we present ourselves, it isn't in alignment with our whole greatness, you know, with our whole potential. So how do you get there? Well, you get there through radical self-love. Okay, if you look at the richest, most successful people in the world, they don't do what they need to do in their life for everybody else. They've found what gets them in their space, what gets them in their flow state. And when they're in that flow state, by making decisions that are beneficial for them as the primary, then every single person around them benefits. Okay, this is the kind of paradoxical nature of radical self-love, which is that when you love yourself more, when you love yourself deeply, without social conditioning, without going into that little self of fear, and being strong and brave, what actually happens is people around you get more of you. Okay? Because if you're not being you, you're being a distortion of you. You're being an idea of you, a concept, and that's not real. You see, you're being something that you think people want. You don't know what people want. We can never know what people truly want or what people think. So straight away, we create a barrier to connecting with people, because we are actually, instead of being our authentic, whole, true self, and then they're getting the opportunity to respond from that, what we do a lot of the time when we're not practicing radical self-love is that we act in a way to kind of prevent upsetting people, or we make ourselves small, and we do all these little actions just to kind of make it all smooth, but it isn't smooth. That's the illusion. okay, we think that by being selfless, doing it for the other, that somehow that will come back in good karma or something like this. You know what? It doesn't work, because you get drained, okay? Now, there's lots of people who feel compelled to help people, and that is their true nature, and that's exactly right for them. And everything I'm going to be talking to you about, I want you to realise that there is no wrong and there is no right. Right and wrong, that's duality, okay? And what's actually very interesting is its unification of ourself and everybody else that takes us into that flow state, okay? So what I'd like you to just think about is, next time you're in a situation where someone's asking you to do something and you really don't want to do it, but you feel compelled to do it, I'd like you just to take a step back, okay? And just think, is this thing that I'm about to do loving to myself? Because now I've got another video all about the one question to ask yourself, okay, which is this contractive or is this expansive? But check that video out, because I go into much more detail in there. But in this video, what I want to focus on is how our radical self-love, okay, will increase our vibration, our feelings and our decision making to such a level that everything from that point will be enhanced, okay? Can you tell me of one experience where, you know, you had a really, really bad day and you really felt like you're really tired and you just had enough, and did things just go right? Did things just go like, oh wow, beautiful, people are there for you and everyone just makes it better and it's all right? I haven't found that. What I've found is actually when I'm really struggling and I'm overworked and I'm overtired, things just fall apart. Things just go wrong. I end up having arguments. I end up having difficult experiences. And what radical self-love teaches is that what you actually can do, if you're brave, if you can do this, is to put yourself first before all that stuff happens. Now, if that's already happening in your world, start now, okay? Block out some time. Give yourself and your body and your mind some rest. Be nice to yourself. Treat yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Watch some comedy. Have a psychedelic journey. Smoke a spliff. It doesn't matter. Go and meditate. Do some breath work. There's a multitude of ways of getting there. And I truly believe that anything that feels right for you to do is right for you to do. We can't tell anyone else what is correct for them at their level in their journey, you see. I don't believe in regret, and I don't believe in experiences that were wrong, because it's these definitions that define our place in our journey. And when we define our place in the journey, we're defining our options. Whereas in truth, the options are always there and we're always exactly where we're meant to be. Okay? And the way to start cultivating self-love and then experiencing that love coming back to you in your relationships, in your experiences, is through giving yourself time. Okay? Giving yourself time in the morning, maybe before you go to work, or maybe in the evening, or maybe in your lunch hour, and just allowing yourself to do something that's truly for you, okay? Because once you start tapping into that joy and that feeling, what will happen, you'll naturally start to receive guidance and insight into other things that are also going to make you happy. And when you're really happy, when you're in a joyous place, then what happens is the world reflects that to you. Because if you walk into a room, into a meeting or an interview or something like that, and you're feeling really good, you're feeling rested, excited, happy, and confident, everything goes beautifully. But if you go in there feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, and pushed to the limit, it's all gonna fall apart, you see. And it sounds simple, but this is what I'm trying to help people understand, which is reality can be very, very simple. It all starts with ourself. Loving ourselves, putting ourselves first, allowing ourselves to feel positive emotions, okay? We've got to practice this. It's a muscle. When we feel good and we exercise that feeling good, then it spills out into our world. It's like when we go into a shower and we feel the warmth going from our head all the way down our body. That's what happens when you start to cultivate joy and love for yourself. It starts to spread. It's like a warm feeling that goes all throughout your body and your whole world. And other people start reflecting it back to you. They're like, oh my God, la la la, and they're in a really good space. But most of the time, we're trying to please them. When we're looking at them going, what's wrong with them? Forget it. Look at yourself, go within, love yourself. Find that space, give yourself that extra bit of time. And it doesn't matter how much that time is. If you can only do 5 minutes for where you are in your reality, do 5 minutes. If it's 1 minute, do 1 minute. 1 minute every single day will significantly change your life from not doing 1 minute every day. If you spent 1 minute every day doing some loving intentions to yourself and just cultivating a positive feeling inside yourself, that will change your life from where you are, okay? And it's just a stepping stones. Once you start doing that, it just gets easier and easier, and you find that you want to do it more and more. Okay? Don't expect yourself to go from no meditation and no kind of consistent feelings of positivity to suddenly being like, yeah, I feel great every single day. No. Just gently be present with yourself, and you'll find that very quickly, just by doing incrementally and enjoying the process, the key is enjoying it. It's not about efforting. It's not about trying to do it. It's about just allowing yourself those experiences. Okay? Now I'm going to be making a video. I'm going to make a few videos, but one of them is an amazing meditation which will help you connect with your heart center. And also I have another video about affirmations. But this affirmation is a bit different from normal affirmations. It's an embodiment experience, and I'll talk about that another time. But I really hope that this video can bring you some clarity. I really hope that you practice loving yourself, giving yourself some time and space. And I hope to see you soon. So many blessings. Peace out.